Yes, I mean, when I started the business, one of the things you'll find there are other sub operators out there, but they typically have gentlemen who are ex-military submariners, and you'll see a whole bunch of 50-year-old white guys. I wanted our team to be younger, to be inspirational, and I'm not going to inspire a 16-year-old to go pursue marine technology. But a 25-year-old, who's a sub pilot or a platform operator, or one of our techs, can be inspirational. And so we've really tried to get very intelligent, motivated, younger individuals involved because we're doing things that are completely new. We're taking approaches that are used largely in the aerospace industry is related to safety and some of the preponderance of checklists, things we do for risk assessments and things like that are more aviation related than ocean related. And we can train people to do that. We can train someone to pilot the sub. We use a game controller, so anybody can drive the sub.
So Stockton Rush is one of those people on that missing submarine, and he's decided to play fuck games with the depths. Now, as far as submarine like stuff goes, and like sea stuff and captains and literally anything that's a boat on the sea, I have mad respect for, especially submariners. But when you look at like submarine disasters like the Kursk, the Red Scorpion, the K-19, like, you have to be special, crazy, like a brave bastard to be a submariner. So when Stockton Rush said, "Oh, it's white people, 50 years old," that's because they've made it that long in their age of respecting the sea, being married to the sea. They respect the environment in which they've piloted that sea on. Now, Stockton Rush decided to be inspirational, but now where's that inspiration gotten him? Yeah, he wanted to inspire the youth to be submarine pilots, but the 50-year-old white men that he dared discriminate against, let's put aside the white men shit. Any person who's been a submariner or a captain or a boatman or a, like, sailor for 50 years and has survived that long, the minute you disrespect and have dishonor for the ocean and the sea, that's when the sea cancels your ass like a stamp. And unfortunately, four people, I think there's four other people on that submarine, their lives will also be lost because Stockton Rush didn't have respect for the beast and the animal in which he inhabited. So it's the same thing with guns. The minute you disrespect a gun, the minute you lose that honor and reverence for a gun, that's when you do something stupid. You accidentally shoot yourself. You accidentally shoot someone else. Same thing with the ocean. And a little known fact about me, the ocean terrifies the hell out of me. The depths of the ocean, sharks, squids, giant sea monsters, and even the ancient one himself, Cthulhu, is rumored to live in the depths. So when it comes to the oceans, I just stay on the beach. I don't even walk 3 feet of water because there could be sharks. So as far as me and the ocean is concerned, I have about the same level, if a little bit lower level, as far as like respect and absolute reverence I have for the ocean and God. God's here, the ocean is here. So it's like, and that's the unfortunate thing. 4 or 5 people are going to have to lose their lives because Stockton Rush didn't have respect, or like that. That's my opinion. I don't know the guy personally, but that's what it seems like. In that first clip that I showed you, it seemed like he basically flipped the bird to some of the people who probably could have saved his life. If he would have hired one of those guys, it probably wouldn't have gotten the situation they were in. And plus, there's rumors about that submarine being made with like subpar parts and is piloted by a $30 piece of crap controller. Logitech controller, so he couldn't even spring for like a $25 or $30 like Xbox or PS4 controller, as if that makes a difference. But you know, again, the minute you disrespect and lose like respect and reverence for something, especially when it's the ocean, that's when bad shit happens. It reminds me of this story. So there was this captain. There was this thing that you never set sail on a Friday, or was it Sunday? It was more of the story as there was a certain day that you didn't sail. I think it was a Sunday, like Sunday at like no Friday. Excuse me. This- It was like Friday at like dusk or something, but there was a captain who got in his head. It's like, oh, that's just old sailor superstition. We're gonna set sail on Friday at this time. I don't believe in superstition. Well, of course, the ship disappeared. It fucking sunk, and that's the thing with the ocean. And it's on the same level of like supernatural. Again, not to sound like parrot, but the minute you lose respect, reverence, and like honor for, that's when it's like gonna get your ass. It's the same thing I believe, like faith wise with God. The minute you lose that, or the minute you have less respect or reverence for, that's when bad things happen to you. But anyways, yeah, to discredit 50-year-olds that has had litany, a whole life experience and surviving the ocean waves and the ocean depths. And now I don't know, it's just it's amazing to me that someone could have this much like irreverence and respect for the ocean and the depths, and that's probably why 4 or 5 the lives of 5 people are now going to go to Davy Jones's locker. I hope they find these people. I hope they find the submarine and save them. But again, it's it's just mind-boggling. Like I, I'll pray. I hope they get found and rescued. But if you want to look up some harrowing like stuff, look up the Kursk. I think it's the Red Scorpion. The Red Scorpion was where they had this mutiny on a Russian ship. To go on a kind of tangent, so the rumor is that this the Red Scorpion was going to launch a nuclear weapon against of the Pacific Fleet, and they were going to blame it on the Chinese. But allegedly, according to story, there was a mutiny on the submarine, and they sabotaged it to where the silo door wouldn't open, so the missile went off in the submarine and sunk to the depths. Whoever the captain of that submarine was that gave his life, and essentially the life of the whole entire crew, saved the world from World War III, literally. And you have the Kursk, which, if you want to look up a terrible story, they hit either a landmine or another submarine, and a fire, like a torpedo, exploded in the fucking submarine, and it sunk to the bottom, of course. And they tried to rescue those poor guys, and it didn't go as well. Of course, there's K-19, which had a reactor breach, and they had to surface, and all the whole entire crew died of cancer years later. Very terrible story. Now, see, the difference with those 3 stories is that wasn't out of a lack of disrespect. They just got unlucky, and the Red Scorpion, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, someone can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. There was a crew that chose to sabotage the silo so the thing could like just sink to save the world. These are Russians. And again, that's why when people demonize the Russians as all evil, that Russians have saved the world from World War III more times than the West and NATO ever has or ever will. Period. So when it comes to like just Navy stuff in general, I have the utmost respect for captains, savers, and especially submariners, because to be in the depths, the dark abyss of an environment that's only 3% explored, that takes the biggest brass balls ever. And so, yeah, I'll make this video 10 minutes long about submarine stuff. I'm utmost respect. And for him to show that much disrespect for these Navy submariners is quite gobsmacking and flummoxing. Like, it's just it's actually really disgusting. Is really what it is, and 5 people have to pay for it. His disregard and irreverence for the environment that he was in and a part of. So again, hopefully they get found out. Hopefully, and rumor has it they have till Thursday, which is only like 10 minutes away of air left, if that. If they were able to keep their breathing down, I don't know. But Godspeed to those 5 people in the submarine. I can't imagine a more terrifying fate than that. And sucks. But again, that's the dangers of having irreverence or disrespect for the seas and the oceans, because it is an entity unto itself, and the minute you disrespect and don't have that reverence for it, it will claim you. Anyways, that's that. See you next time. Take it easy. God bless. Stay happy, stay healthy, and always respect the ocean and have reverence for it.